David Phelps, the man whose voice felt like it came straight from heaven. A soaring tenor with a soul rooted in faith. To many, he's the voice behind some of the most powerful moments in gospel music. But to a select few, he's something far more intimate. A mentor. A father. A legacy in motion. In the quiet corners of his home, far from stages and standing ovations, David was sowing seeds. Seeds of music. Seeds of faith. Seeds of legacy. And two hearts were listening closely, Callie and Maggie Beth. Callie Phelps was barely old enough to read when she started singing harmonies. While most little girls hummed along to nursery rhymes, she was matching her father's vocal runs and asking questions about breathing and tone. David never forced music on her. He simply opened the door, and Callie walked through it with wonder in her eyes. I sat Callie down at the piano when she was 4. Just thought I'd see, can I teach her harmony? 2 short sessions later, she had it. Just like that. And she went on to teach the other kids. Callie wasn't just singing. She was studying. She was absorbing not just music, but ministry. Her dad often reminded her, the real power isn't in how you sing, but why you sing. And she listened. Soon she was on stage with him. Not chasing the spotlight, but honoring the sound. She wasn't just a daughter anymore, she was a partner in praise. A voice in harmony with her father's, united in purpose. If Callie was drawn to music from the start, Maggie Beth came to it like a quiet storm. At first, she talked about being a veterinarian. Music was background noise, until it wasn't. She'd go to her room, close the door, and sing Broadway or classical music. One day I stopped at the stairs, heard her, and my jaw just dropped. Her voice, it had arrived. From bedroom melodies to a high D in choir, Maggie Beth's talent unfolded like a hidden treasure. And David, ever the patient teacher, welcomed her gift with gentle hands. He was cautious. Didn't want her hopes to rise too fast. But after just 2 hours in the studio, they had a final take. A duet that felt like it was always meant to be. Maggie Beth had stepped out of the shadows, into her calling. David didn't just raise daughters who could sing. He raised women who could worship, who carried the message beyond the melody. Their voices echo each other, not just in tone, but in heart. Whether standing behind him or beside him, Callie and Maggie Beth represent something deeper than talent. They are his legacy, a living testimony that music, when rooted in faith, becomes ministry. To sing with your daughter, it's one thing to sing with someone you admire, but to sing with someone who carries your heart? That's joy you can't describe. In the Phelps household, music wasn't just practiced. It was lived. It floated through hallways. It rang out during dinner prep. It was the soundtrack of their lives. David wasn't just training singers. He was raising worshipers. And now, when you see Callie and Maggie Beth perform, it's not as backup singers. They are co-bearers of a sacred calling. Because what you witness on stage is more than performance. It's a passing of the torch. A father's voice becoming his daughter's harmony. A musical inheritance wrapped in love, faith, and purpose. David Phelps gave the world a voice. But what he gave his daughters was a reason to sing. And in every note they carry forward, the legacy continues. Not for fame. Not for applause. But for something eternal. Because the most powerful songs aren't just heard. They're passed down, heart to heart, voice to voice, generation to generation.